Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a video about what tech I've got in my backpack for a trip to Australia in a few weeks time. So I like these videos on YouTube. I thought I'd do my own of what I'll keep in this bag when I'll go on an aeroplane to somewhere nice. Not very often, but occasionally I'll do, and this time I'm going to Australia. So starting with the bag, it is a backpack and it is an Incase Gopro Pro backpack, I think it's called, but it's a Gopro Incase backpack. I like this backpack simply because two main features. It's got a main compartment at the top here, and then it's got another main compartment at the bottom here. The top one is where I keep my main camera and two GoPros, and then this one is where I keep my drone and other stuff. So let's get into it. Starting with this main compartment here, we have a zip compartment with a cleaning cloth and a remote for my camera. I also keep a packet of filters here for my main camera. So my camera is the Sony NEX-6. I think this is from 2012. I had a Samsung NX-30, but that had issues and started to play up, so I got shot of that one. I picked this up on eBay, really cheap, with a lens, and it's actually a really good camera. I think I would have preferred the A6000, but at the time funds didn't allow me to buy one of them second hand. So I've gone with this one, and it's nearly as good, I suppose. Just think quite as up on the tech as the A6000, but it's still a good camera and I'm happy with it. So I've got the main kit lens, which is 16 to 50mm, and that's a power zoom lens, which is the main kit lens that they all come with, I think. This is also called a kit lens, I think. This is a 55 to 210 zoom lens. That's quite a recent purchase. I don't know if I'll ever really need or use it, but I've got it if I need it, so happy with that. I also keep a 50mm 1.8, and this is a vintage lens. This is a manual prackticar 1.8. I think that's called a Pentacon. Pentacon prackticar 50mm 1.8. Not 100% sure if I'll be taking this with me, but it's in my bag anyway, and occasionally it does come out and I quite like it. I like the whole kind of vintage lens thing, so that is in there. I had planned on buying the Sony 50mm 1.8, but didn't actually get around to doing it, and I'm not sure I will, whether I'll have time to or not now, who knows, but that still does the job quite well. So that is in there at the minute. I also keep two GoPros in this bag. One you'll watch me on here, and that is the GoPro Hero 5 Black. Yet again, I've had that for a few years and that's never let me down, and I really like it. I'll still only ever record these videos in 1080p because that's kind of what I'll do. I know it will do 4K, but it takes a lot more space and the computer can't really handle the 4K and all the rest of it, so I'll stick with the 1080p, and that does that really well. I've also got a Hero 4 Session, and yet again, I love this camera. 1080p, not a problem. And that's such a handy little camera I use, and I use that on my mountain biking videos and my skateboarding videos and stuff that I've done. So that also lives in here, in the top mount part of the bag. That's it for that section. The next section is the main compartment, and that's here, and we'll move on to that now. So as you can see, this unzips like this and folds up like that. So we have two main sort of sections of this bag. We have the main inner section, and then we have this part here, which is the door, and that keeps my tablet, which is a Lenovo Tab 4 Plus, I think it's called. It's a 10-inch tablet, Android. I really like it. It works really well, and I can use it for transferring files and stuff to an SSD, as well as memory sticks and memory cards. It has a micro SD port built in to the end. It's Type-C charging and all the rest of it, and I really like that tablet, so happy with that. Moving on to this pocket here, we have batteries, and I have 3 GoPro batteries, and I also have 4 main camera batteries. I've got a Duracell and a couple of cheap ones, and then the main Sony one that come with the camera. That'll work alright. I know they're not the best to use, but they do the job. GoPro ones are genuine GoPro batteries. Also in this top packet that is places to put SD cards. I haven't got any in here at the minute, they're all in the office. Getting ready to be packed for Australia. So that's the main flip up compartment. So the next thing we have is my cable storage and other bits and pieces. This little bag come off eBay for about £5 and it's absolutely brilliant. And funny enough, the colours actually match the bag. It's got a green rim around here, and inside here it's all green. I didn't do that on purpose, they come I think green. I think that was the only option I had, so that's cool. Also my power bank is green, and my wrap for my earbuds is green. It all matches. So in here I've got all my cables, I've got a little torch and a pen. I have a SSD drive, and that is in a Innertech enclosure, and that's a standard SSD drive. Kingston 240 gig I think that one was, and that's just handy. I can connect that to my Lenovo tablet and transfer from micro SD card to the SSD drive. That's cool, that's handy for backing up and clearing cards and all the rest of it. All that lives in that pouch there. Moving on, start with this one, and this is my Taotronics, I think they're called BH25 headphones. They're noise cancelling. I bought these recently for this trip to Australia. I quite like the shape of them. I've seen really good reviews on YouTube regarding them, and yeah, we'll see what they're like. They fold away really well into this case. They're wireless Bluetooth noise cancelling. I think it was about 60 quid, so happy days. I don't need to keep saying happy days, do I? Let's not keep saying that. Right, I also keep in this bag a Sony PS Vita. Now I know these are not really up to date anymore, but it is really good, and for a trip to Australia with a 24-hour flight, it's going to kill an hour at least, even if that's all I use it for. So that's coming to Australia with me. I've got a few games on that, and yeah, that might help boredom a little bit. Next thing is my drone, and this is the DJI Mavic Air in white. I've recently bought this DJI Mavic Air, as my main drone was the Xiaomi 4K, but it is huge, and to put it in this bag it won't fit, so I've decided to get rid of that one and buy a new one. So I managed to sell the Xiaomi 4K and I've bought a Mavic Air, and I went for the Fly More combo with this one. I've used it a few times and it's really good. I'm not sure it's as stable as the Xiaomi 4K. Obviously that's a big drone with probably a better gimbal, maybe not better gimbal, but it works really well in the sort of windy conditions. This does move around a little bit, but for portability this will get used a lot more than the Xiaomi does, so watch this space for a bit of drone footage because it's coming. And I love the way this folds up, so clever. Put that out of the way. Next one is the controller for the Mavic. Put it in this little pack, this little case, got off Amazon. I think it's a SSD storage case or something like that, but it works really well for this controller. And also I've got a set of filters in there for the drone, and they all live in there together. Couple of spare batteries for the Mavic Air, so that come with 3 batteries. You're going to need them, aren't you? Simple as. Always need batteries. Next thing is my sunglasses, and these are Oakley 5 squared. They're for smaller faces, which I've got, and I really like them. They're my most favourite sunglasses that I own. I've got a few other pairs, but these ones get used the most. I had to replace the lenses on these recently. I managed to pick up a set of polarised lenses for them, and they weren't that expensive, so happy with them. All ready to go for Australia. Hopefully the sun shines and we'll need them. Lastly in this main case is this case, and this case comes with this Incase backpack. It's a lot in it, it's a lot going on. Inside here I'll keep my Manfrotto Pixie. Love this little tripod. Oh, yeah, says it all, don't it? And I've got a leather camera strap. That all lives in this here. I'm sure this will have other things in it by the time I leave, because you know there's always more stuff you've got to pack, isn't there? So that concludes what's inside of this backpack. There are a couple of other features to this backpack which is quite handy. On the main strap there's a GoPro mount, which works really well. On the sides we have a couple of spare pockets, and we have these straps here which will hold a tripod. On this side of the bag we have this pocket, and this allows access into the main compartment. So if you want it on your bag and you want to get someone to just get you something out there, they can just nip in here and get it out, you've got to take it off. Or like on an aeroplane, you kind of limit space, and I can still get in here, get bits and pieces that I may need. So I like that. That was another feature about this backpack that I went for. And lastly, on the bottom of this backpack, there is a rain cover that stores in the bottom. It's clipped on. Hopefully we won't need that in Australia, but yet again, it's very handy to have. So that concludes what's in my backpack for travelling to Australia with on the airplane. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see anything else like this, let me know, and I'll try and make something. So please like and comment and subscribe to my channel, that'd be great. Thank you very much. Catch you again. See you next time.